Languages are the lifeblood of human communication, and at the heart of every language lies its vocabulary. The richness of a language is often measured by the depth and breadth of its lexicon. Today we embark on a fascinating journey into the world of the Punjabi language, exploring its vocabulary, particularly the words used in daily conversations. Our story begins with an intriguing conversation between colleagues from different linguistic backgrounds. A French colleague was asked about the number of words in the French language. Without hesitation, he replied that French contains approximately 60,000 to 100,000 words. However, he added an interesting insight. For everyday conversations in French, a vocabulary of just 3,000 words suffices. For more advanced communication, including reading and writing, about 10,000 words are typically required. This revelation sparked curiosity among the group. A Spanish friend, who was part of the conversation, chimed in with information about their language. He mentioned that the esteemed Spanish dictionary, ARAE, boasts an impressive 93,000 words. Yet, mirroring the French example, only about 3,000 words are necessary for daily conversations in Spanish. As the discussion unfolded, attention turned to the Punjabi language. The question hung in the air. How many words does Punjabi have? This simple query led to a moment of reflection and a realization that despite the pride and promotion surrounding the Punjabi language, there was a lack of concrete information about its vocabulary size. In an attempt to find an answer, the question was posed to several Punjabi language-related groups. However, instead of clear answers, more questions emerged. This lack of definitive information is quite surprising, considering the rich cultural heritage and widespread use of Punjabi. To shed light on this linguistic mystery, we turn to modern technology. Google's AI, Gemini, conducted an extensive study analyzing 6.8 million Punjabi words and other internet material. The results of this analysis identified 170,714 distinct Punjabi words. Taking into account the differences between spoken and written forms, it is estimated that the Punjabi language contains between 150,000 to 200,000 words. These numbers are impressive, but they raise an important question. How many of these words are actually used in daily conversations? To answer this, we need to delve deeper into the everyday usage of Punjabi. Let's start with basic greetings and courtesies. In Punjabi, like in many languages, a small set of words and phrases form the foundation of daily interactions. Sat Shri Akal is a common greeting that literally translates to God is the ultimate truth, but is used as a respectful hello. Ki hal hai is the Punjabi equivalent of how are you? These simple phrases are part of the core vocabulary that every Punjabi speaker uses multiple times a day. Moving on to family relationships, Punjabi has a rich set of words to describe various familial connections. Ma for mother, Pita for father, Bra for brother and Bihin for sister are just the beginning. Punjabi distinguishes between maternal and paternal relatives with different terms, adding depth to family vocabulary. For instance, Mama is used for maternal uncle, while Chacha refers to a paternal uncle. In the realm of food and cuisine, Punjabi vocabulary truly shines. Words like roti for bread, dal for lentils, and sabzi for vegetables are used daily in Punjabi households. Specific dishes have their own names, such as sarson da saag for a dish made from mustard greens, or makki di roti for cornbread. The rich culinary tradition of Punjab is reflected in its extensive food-related vocabulary. When it comes to describing emotions and feelings, Punjabi offers a wide array of expressive words. Khushi for happiness, dukh for sadness, pyar for love, and gussa for anger are commonly used. The language also has nuanced terms for different shades of emotions, allowing speakers to convey their feelings with precision. In the domain of work and occupation, Punjabi vocabulary reflects the region's agricultural heritage as well as modern professions. Kisan for farmer, Mazdoor for labourer, Dukandar for shopkeeper are traditional occupations, while doctor, engineer and teacher have been incorporated for modern professions. Nature and the environment play a significant role in Punjabi daily life, and this is reflected in the language. Words like Darya for river, Pahar for mountain, Jangal for forest, and Zameen for land are frequently used. The changing seasons also have their specific terms: Sari for winter, Garmi for summer, and Barsat for the rainy season. Time-related vocabulary is crucial in any language, and Punjabi is no exception. AJ for today, Kal for tomorrow or yesterday, context-dependent, Hun for now, and Fir for later are used in everyday conversations. Days of the week and months also have their Punjabi names, though many speakers also use English terms interchangeably. Numbers and basic mathematics form another essential category of daily usage words, from ik for 1 to das for 10, and beyond to larger numbers like sao for 100 and hazar for 1,000. These words are used in various contexts, from shopping to telling time. Clothing and appearance-related vocabulary is also part of daily Punjabi conversations. Words like kurta for a traditional shirt, salwar for loose trousers, juti for traditional shoes, and pagri for turban are commonly used. Colour terms like laal for red, neela for blue, and peela for yellow are also frequently employed. In the realm of education, Punjabi has a rich vocabulary. Kitab for book, kalam for pen, vidyarthi for student, and adhyapak for teacher are used daily in academic settings. The language also has words for various subjects and disciplines, reflecting the importance of education in Punjabi culture. Transportation-related words form another category of daily usage. Gadi for car, bus for bus, railgadi for train, and Hawai jahaz for airplane are commonly used. Verbs related to movement like jana for go, ona for come, and turna for walk are essential in everyday communication. Weather-related vocabulary is frequently used in daily conversations. Garmi for heat, thand for cold, barish for rain, and dup for sunshine are examples. Punjabi also has specific terms for weather phenomena like kora for fog and tufan for storm. When it comes to describing physical characteristics and health, Punjabi offers a wide range of terms. Lamba for tall, mota for fat, patla for thin, and sundar for beautiful are commonly used adjectives. Health-related terms like bimar for sick, tandrust for healthy, and names for various body parts are part of everyday vocabulary. In the domain of technology and modern life, Punjabi has adapted and incorporated many new words. While some terms are borrowed from English, others have Punjabi equivalents. Mobile or phone for telephone, computer for computer, and internet for internet are commonly used, often pronounced with a Punjabi accent. Expressions of politeness and respect are crucial in Punjabi culture and are reflected in daily language use. Mehrbani for please, shukriya for thank you, and honorific suffixes like G added to names or titles are used frequently to show respect and courtesy. Religious and spiritual vocabulary forms an important part of daily Punjabi usage, given the significant role of religion in Punjabi culture. Words like Waheguru, referring to God in Sikhism, Gurdwara for Sikh temple, and Ardas for prayer are commonly used, even in secular contexts. Punjabi is rich in idiomatic expressions that are used in everyday speech. Phrases like Akda Pani, literally water of the eye, meaning shame or modesty, or Mu Vich Ga Pana, literally to put grass in one's mouth, meaning to admit defeat humbly, add colour and depth to daily conversations. The language also has a variety of interjections and exclamations used to express surprise, agreement, or emphasis. Words like oye, used to call attention, hanji, yes, with respect, and changa, good pepper everyday Punjabi speech. When discussing daily routines, Punjabi speakers use a specific set of verbs and nouns. Uthna for waking up, sona for sleeping, kana for eating, and kamkana for working are essential in describing one's day-to-day activities. In social interactions, Punjabi has a rich vocabulary for describing relationships beyond family. Das for friend, guandi for neighbour, saathi for companion, and vaar for marriage are frequently used in social contexts. The language of commerce and trade is another important aspect of daily Punjabi usage. Words like bazaar for market, kharidna for buying, veshna for selling, and paisa for money are used in everyday transactions. Punjabi also has a colourful vocabulary for describing personality traits and behaviours. Sona for handsome or beautiful, Chalak for clever, Menati for hard-working, and Dayalu for kind are commonly used to describe people. In the realm of arts and entertainment, Punjabi has terms for various forms of cultural expression. Geet for song, Nash for dance, Kavita for poem, and film for movie are part of the everyday vocabulary of many Punjabi speakers. Sports and games also have their place in daily Punjabi conversations. Khel for game or sport, Jit for victory, Ha for defeat, and names of popular sports like cricket or football are frequently used, especially among younger speakers. The richness of Punjabi vocabulary is also evident in its ability to describe abstract concepts. Words like Azadi for freedom, Nyai for justice, Sachai for truth, and Vishwas for trust are used not just in philosophical discussions but also in everyday contexts. Punjabi's descriptive power extends to the world of colours and textures. Beyond basic colour terms, the language has words like chamkila for shiny, mumul for soft, usually referring to fabric, and kava for rough, adding depth to descriptions of objects and sensations. In discussing daily activities, Punjabi has a rich set of action verbs. Likhna for writing, Parna for reading, Bolna for speaking, and Sochna for thinking are just a few examples of commonly used verbs in everyday conversation. The language of agriculture, given Punjab's agrarian heritage, is deeply embedded in daily Punjabi speech. Words like fasal for crop, hal for plough, bij for seed, and vadi for harvest are used not just by farmers but have entered general usage in idiomatic expressions. When it comes to describing quantities and measurements, Punjabi has its own set of terms. Thoda for a little, bahut for a lot, vada for big, and chota for small are used frequently. Traditional units of measurement like sir and mun are still used in some contexts, especially in rural areas. The vocabulary related to time and schedules is crucial in daily life. Savere for morning, dupahar for afternoon, sham for evening, and rat for night help Punjabi speakers navigate their day. Specific time-related phrases like Agal hafte for next week or Pichle mahine for last month are also common. In discussing personal preferences and opinions, Punjabi offers a range of expressions. Pasan for like, napasan for dislike, changa lagda for feels good, and bura lagda for feels bad allow speakers to articulate their feelings and views effectively. The language of hospitality is particularly rich in Punjabi, reflecting the culture's emphasis on warmth and generosity. Phrases like ji aaya nu for welcome, gar ao for come home, and langar chako for partake in a communal meal are used frequently in social interactions. Punjabi has a variety of words to describe physical sensations and states of being. Bhuk for hunger, pious for thirst, thakan for tiredness, and neend for sleep are used daily to express basic needs and conditions. In discussing personal and collective identities, Punjabi has terms that reflect its complex cultural history. Apna for one's own, pariah for other or foreign, desi for native or traditional, and videshi for foreign are used in various contexts, often carrying nuanced cultural connotations. The language of celebration and festivity is vibrant in Punjabi. Words like Mela for fair, Tiohar for festival, Jashan for celebration, and specific festival names like Vaisakhi or Lori are part of the cultural vocabulary used throughout the year. Punjabi has a rich vocabulary for describing natural phenomena and the environment. Hawa for wind, Badal for cloud, Bijli for lightning, and Tara for star are used not just in weather discussions, but also in poetic and metaphorical contexts in everyday speech. In the domain of law and governance, Punjabi has incorporated many terms from Persian and English, but also has its own vocabulary. Qanun for law, Adalat for court, Hukumat for government, and Faisla for decision are used in both formal and informal discussions about civic life. The language of commerce and business in Punjabi reflects both traditional and modern economic activities. Vyapar for trade, Munafa for profit, Nuksan for loss, and Kaza for loan are commonly used in discussions about financial matters. Punjabi has a variety of words to describe human qualities and characteristics. Suchaji for well-mannered, Siana for wise, Bahadur for brave, and Kamzor for weak are used to describe people in everyday conversations. In discussing daily routines and habits, Punjabi offers specific vocabulary. Adat for habit, Niyam for rule or routine, Roz for daily, and Aksar for often help in describing regular activities and patterns. The language of technology and modern life continues to evolve in Punjabi. While many English terms are used, there are Punjabi equivalents or adaptations for many concepts. Sanganak for computer, Jal for network, and Chitra for image are examples of Punjabi terms used in technological contexts. Punjabi has a rich vocabulary for describing tastes and flavors, reflecting its renowned culinary tradition. Meetha for sweet, Khatta for sour, Tikka for spicy, and Namkeen for salty are used not just for food, but also metaphorically in various contexts. In discussing education and learning, Punjabi has both traditional and modern terms. Vidya for knowledge, Sikhya for education, Pathshala for school, and Vishwavidyalaya for university are part of the educational vocabulary used in daily conversations. The language of sports and physical activities in Punjabi is both borrowed and indigenous. Daur for race, Kushti for wrestling, Kabaddi for a traditional Punjabi sport, and Tir Andazi for archery are examples of sports-related terms used in everyday speech. Punjabi has a variety of words to describe mental states and cognitive processes. Yard for memory. Taking into account the differences between spoken and written words, Gemini estimates that the Punjabi language contains between 150,000 to 200,000 words. This range is significantly higher than the number of words in Bhai Khan Singh Nabha's dictionary, suggesting that the Punjabi vocabulary might be more extensive than previously documented. It's important to note that this AI-generated estimate should be taken as a starting point for further research rather than a definitive answer. The methodology used by the AI, the sources it drew from, and how it defined a distinct word would all need to be scrutinized to validate this estimate. The discrepancy between the AI's estimate and the traditional dictionary count raises several intriguing questions. Has the Punjabi language undergone significant vocabulary expansion in recent years? Are there many words in common usage that haven't been formally documented? How does the inclusion of technical terms, loanwords, or regional variations affect the word count? These questions highlight the need for more comprehensive and up-to-date research on the Punjabi language. Such research could provide valuable insights not just into the size of the Punjabi vocabulary, but also into the language's evolution, its borrowings from other languages, and the creation of new words to express modern concepts. Understanding the full extent of a language's vocabulary is more than just an academic exercise. It can have practical implications for language learning, translation work, and the development of language technologies. For instance, knowing the core vocabulary needed for everyday communication can help in designing more effective language learning materials. Moreover, a comprehensive understanding of a language's vocabulary can be a source of cultural pride and identity. It reflects the richness and complexity of the culture that speaks the language. For Punjabi speakers and those of Punjabi heritage, having a clearer picture of their language's vocabulary could deepen their connection to their linguistic and cultural roots. The lack of a definitive answer to the question of Punjabi vocabulary size also presents an opportunity. It invites linguists, language enthusiasts, and the Punjabi-speaking community to engage in further research and discussion. This could lead to more comprehensive documentation of the language, including its regional variations and evolving usage. Such efforts could involve creating more extensive dictionaries, conducting large-scale corpus studies, or developing sophisticated natural language processing tools specifically for Punjabi. These initiatives would not only help in determining a more accurate word count, but would also contribute to the preservation and development of the language. As we conclude our exploration of this topic, let's recap the key points we've discussed. We started by looking at the vocabulary sizes of French and Spanish, which gave us a framework for understanding language vocabulary sizes. We then turned our attention to Punjabi, discovering that despite its rich heritage and widespread use, there's a surprising lack of concrete information about its vocabulary size. We explored the challenges involved in counting words in any language and the specific issues that arise when trying to determine the size of the Punjabi vocabulary. We also looked at the recent estimate provided by Google's AI Gemini, which suggests that Punjabi might have a much larger vocabulary than previously thought. This discussion has highlighted the need for more research and documentation of the Punjabi language. It's an invitation to linguists, language enthusiasts, and the Punjabi-speaking community to delve deeper into this fascinating aspect of their language. Understanding the full extent of a language's vocabulary is not just about numbers. It's about appreciating the richness and complexity of human communication. It's about recognizing the living, evolving nature of language. And in the case of Punjabi, it's about uncovering and celebrating the full depth and breadth of a language that has been a vehicle for culture, literature, and identity for millions of people over many centuries. As we end this video, I encourage you to think about your own language. Do you know how many words it contains? How many words do you use in your daily life? These questions can lead us to a deeper appreciation of the languages we speak and the incredible tool of communication that language truly is. Thank you for joining me on this linguistic journey. May it inspire you to explore and appreciate the richness of language, be it Punjabi or any other tongue that touches your life.